From the News Channel 5 Network, this is OpenLine.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you are having a great night. So glad you're in front of the TV and joining us tonight. We've got a great topic tonight on OpenLine. One of my favorite things to do in the summer, go to the farmers market. And that's what we're talking about tonight with some great gentlemen here. We're going to add one more in a couple of minutes. I have Frank True here with me with the Hip Donaldson Farmers Market. Thank you for being here, Frank.
Thank you.
You're going to tell us all about this farmers market that's really thriving and has some great programs to go along with it. And also Stephen Francescan. Did I get that right, Stephen?
That's great.
Oh, all right. I nailed it tonight. I'm not going to say it again. But you're with Piedmont Natural Gas. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So people may be scratching their head right now and saying, farmers market, Piedmont Natural Gas. What's the connection? We're going to explain that tonight. And it could really benefit a lot of people sitting at home who really want to take advantage of Nashville's bounty right now of fresh fruits and vegetables. But first of all, Frank, tell us about the Hip Donaldson Farmers Market.
Sure. Well, Hip Donaldson was started as a Facebook group back in 2009 as a way to try to get the community to talk about ways to make Donaldson better. And one of those ways was people wanted a farmer's market. So we started out with about 13 vendors, and this was in 2012. We had never done a farmer's market before. And we just wanted to see how the community would react and how they would support this. The support was great. We met Stephen. Actually, he was trying to get us to start a cooking demonstration with natural gas at the time. But we got to talking about how we could get people into really using healthy food products that were affordable, and the conversation turned to SNAP,
which is the Federal Food Assistance Program.
Sure. And I had never thought about that, quite honestly. It was not something that I thought demographically would necessarily work in Donaldson. It's not something free for the farmers market to participate in. There were costs involved. But we gave it a try, and it ended up at first to be about 7% of our vendors' income or revenue from SNAP. So Stephen had approached us to maybe try an incentive program, which would double that, and that's kind of how Piedmont came to be with our farmers market.
Let's walk people through this. It's called the Snapback program, and it's affiliated with 5 farmers markets thanks to Piedmont. You guys bring it to the farmers market. Lay it out for me. Tell me how the Snapback works.
So the Snapback works through, of course, being able to use your EBT card for what used to be called food stamps, which is now the Supplemental Nutrition
Assistance Program. Yeah.
And now you're able to go to the farmers market and purchase through that card, and rather than having to go to any other type of convenience store, grocery store, anywhere else in your community. So you'll be able to go there and buy fresh local products. Now with that come a lot of problems associated with actually getting there with transportation, which has been a problem, and also just knowing that it's available. And so those have been 2 of the biggest issues with getting the actual feet in the door and getting it out there. So once they're there and they do make those purchases for those fresh fruits and vegetables and everything else offered at the actual market, Piedmont Natural Gas will match $20 to their $20. So if they walk in and spend $20 on anything in the market and food related, we will give them $20 to spend in fruits and vegetables.
So you can go home with $40 worth of fresh food and vegetables every week?
Every week.
Every week.
That's a lot of food, especially because prices at farmers markets usually are better than what you're going to find at a grocery store or comparable. And it's leaps and bounds better than what you're going to find at a grocery store quality-wise, because it is homegrown food.
That's exactly right.
And I would like to add too that it's not just to fresh fruits and vegetables. So that first initial $20 that you spend that you can use on your EBT card can be used to purchase meat, and that's raised locally too by a producer farmer. So and then you can use the additional $20 match for the fresh fruits and vegetables. So you can literally from protein to grain to fresh fruits and vegetables, vegetables have a full meal taken care of.
Okay, if this is news to somebody watching right now, and they say, okay, I have a SNAP card, but how easy is this going to be? Because sometimes the new programs you go in and people are like, what? I don't know what that is. That we can't take that. Is it easy? Have all the little kinks been worked out?
Yes.
Yeah?
We're now into our 5th year of doing this.
Wow.
So, and this is available not just at the Hip Donaldson Farmers Market. We have 5 markets participating in this particular program, and they all work the same way, so it is easy. And instead of having to go at each individual vendor to swipe your card, you go to a central information booth at each market, swipe your card, and you purchase however many tokens you would like to purchase.
Okay.
So you might say, I want to buy $20 worth of tokens, $1 each, and then they will give you $20 more that you can use for fresh fruits and vegetables, free.
So then you just go to the vendor and spend as you would like.
It's just like spending, with $1.
And the vendors are happy to be a part of this, I would imagine.
Of course they are.
They're getting a benefit too.
In our particular market, the vendor revenue for them went from about 1.7% of the revenue coming from the SNAP program to almost 20%. It was 18 point something percent. That's a significant amount. So the benefit is there not only for obviously for the consumer,
sure,
but also for the vendor. What struck me, and it was my naivety, I guess. I didn't know that much about the program. I hadn't been around it that much at first. Was when we started the Snapback program the first day. We had marketed this in schools. Thanks to Piedmont, they had given us some additional funds. One thing that they have said from the beginning is the money that they had given us, they wanted to go to the mouths of these people. They didn't want any of the money spent for anything else. So they had given us some additional funds so that we could get this program out to the schools, let the kids' families know that this was important. The first day, the demographics of our market changed. It was unbelievable, and we were seeing.
What was that change? What were you seeing?
We were seeing kids come through that had never seen foods like this before.
Wow, yeah,
They
so
had never. I saw kids and families who had never eaten a squash before. It was both heartbreaking and humbling at the same time. And then you see the smiles, and the families are going, "Thank you," and then you were seeing. Let's talk about demographics. The working poor families that are just like you and me.
Yes. Yeah.
Just like you and me.
Yep.
That just need some help.
Need a little help getting by, getting food on the table.
That's all there is to it. So, it's been an unbelievable blessing to so many people. Like I said, it's not just at our market. This 2 years ago, we decided that moved this out to the rest of the other 4 farmers markets.
And we have a list. We're going to show that on the screen here coming up in just a second, so you know where to look for this. One thing unique about the Hip Donaldson Farmers Market, though, is the only one accessible by bus and train, I believe, right? And plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking, and it just kind of that happened by accident. The train station's right in front of us, and the market grew so fast. We now average between 2,500 and 3,000 people a day.
Wow.
We're only open on Fridays. Thankfully, we're right across the street from the train station, so you can access us from downtown or even Mount Juliet from the train. And we have a shuttle service now that runs from the train station to our market. So
brilliant. Tell me exactly where the location is.
We are in front of Ace Hardware and in front of McNamara's Irish Pub at 2730 Lebanon Road. And then the train station is the Donaldson train station. So, and we have a program that if you take the train or you take the bus, ride our shuttle service, and you get a $2 coupon that you can spend anywhere in the market. So that makes your train fare, or your bus fare free, essentially.
All right, let's pop up those locations real quick. We have a list, so you can go ahead and write those down. Now, the Hip Donaldson is Friday night. What time?
Friday nights from 4 until 7.
Okay. And then you see the other ones there on the screen. And we're going to show you this throughout the show, so if you don't get all the information right now, but look for the one near you, especially if you're a SNAP customer, a SNAP recipient, and maybe this is somewhere that you can find out the days and times and head on out there and get that benefit so you put fresh fruits and vegetables on your table. Stephen, why are you guys doing this? You're in the business of natural gas. Why do this?
Well, we are, but as Piedmont Natural Gas is a company, and what's important to us is definitely supporting our communities on several different levels, all the way from K through 12 STEM to environment and sustainability, all the way down to health and human services and low energy income assistance. And kind of going back to what Frank said a little bit earlier, it kind of goes beyond that in the kind of community support that you would expect out of a company and a partner. We are located in Donaldson, right down the street from the farmers market, so it's a great relationship we've had with HIP Donaldson. But to be at a school and show a child a picture of a head of broccoli and they don't know what it is. They've never seen it.
Wow.
They've never seen it prepared in their house before. That's a problem. That's a serious issue. To not have any food, the proper amount of food on the table, at whether it be dinner or breakfast and coming into school, whatever it may be, that's a problem too. And anything that we could do, working with Frank and through the farmers markets, these producer-only farmers markets, has been a huge goal for us, and we've addressed some of those issues. So it's a feel-good at the end of the day. You know, we're putting food on people's tables if they're aware of it and can come and take advantage of it. So it really makes a difference on everything. If somebody has to make a decision of, you know, either buying school supplies or buying food for your children to have a nice healthy meal, you know, what are you going to choose?
Let's make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, let's make it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. I do want to let you know, if you have a question about the farmers markets, how they run the Snap Back program, call right now. We're going to get those calls lined up. We'll take them after the break. And we have a great fella to introduce you to as well, coming up just a little bit later on. He's called a social entrepreneur. I had to find out what that was, and we're going to explain it. I know you will love his story. Stay with us.